Hello to all the meeps and bubbles and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. My name is Luma and in the last episode we built that gigantic thing here. Today's plan mostly consists out of building that beautiful living quarter that you can see on the screen right now, improving on the food storage and adding a second one and other minor things. Because you guys suggested it a lot, I will put an atmosphere inside of our food storage. If the atmosphere will get cold enough, the food will instantly count as deep frozen. We no longer have to wait for the food to cool down. The problem here is, if we cool down the gas to deep frozen temperatures, our water will instantly freeze and turn into ice. So we will no longer have a liquid log. Therefore, we need to go to the bottom of our base, collect our way too hot Naphta, cool it down and then use it as a liquid for our liquid log. My idea was dropping the Naphta right here where it is nice and cold. All that the duplicants have to do is just a little bit of manual work, drop the Naphta down and then suck it up with a pitcher pump. After that they can deliver the cold Naphta to our food storage. Also, because I had the meal ice running the last 440 cycles almost, we need to check our dirt. Dirt is only at 37 tons right now. So maybe it is time to finally deconstruct the meal ice. Also, I really hate the red symbols all over the base. This is so annoying. I don't know what to do about this. The dupes made quick work of the meal wood. Down in our base, I deactivated the storage bins. I did that so the duplicants don't pick up any genetic ooze or other off-gassing stuff like slime and potentially bring it down to our magma biome. By the way, the duplicants finished the shaft here, went around the biome with the wheels, and did not build the ladder here. The bottle emptier has been built, so we can set it to Naphta. Enable the auto bottling, set it to priority 9, and switch over to our Naphta biome. This is at 400 degrees. Why? Why are you at 400 degrees? What happened? 200, not 400. Harold picked up the Naphta. He's dropping his suit. Let's see which route he takes. Harold is taking the scenic route through our beautiful power shaft. He flies past the nature reserve and then he's finally clawing his way up to the cold biome. Now all that is done is deliver the Naphta to the bottle emptier. The Naphta is dropping here and cold already. Super nice. Interesting, we got a seed analysis complete. We got specialized meal wood. Plus 25 radiation per cycle. Not sure if that is the radiation that the plant needs or if it is radiation that the plant produces. Let's just plant that down somewhere and see what happens. We're going to use a regular planter box. I'm going to place it in the old room where it was before. Where are the specialized seeds? Mealwood seed? Ah, here. Specialized. There it is, 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, needs an air pressure as the other ones. Only 10 kilograms of dirt instead of 10 kilograms, well that's the same, but it drops a little bit more. Okay. Before I'm going to use the Naphta for our food storage, I need to deactivate this pitcher pump. Otherwise, the duplicants might use this Naphta and not the cooled down, and I don't want that to happen. Thank you, Turner, for your services. Now, how are we going to do that? In order to improve on our food storage, we first need to deconstruct those tiles. Then we will need space for 2 bottle emptiers, so we can deconstruct the doors and the auto sweeper. Now mop up the water, deconstruct the drop chute. The fridge also needs to be deconstructed to make place for the bottle emptier. Build one tile where our food is dropped in the atmosphere in the future. Place down the bottle emptiers in the right orientation. Then we have to wait for the duplicants to finish their job. And we can set it to Naphta, enable auto bottling and set it to a high priority. I had to skip forward a little bit, this was taking so long. And now we just have to drop the right amount of Naphta. Gosman luckily delivered only 20 kilograms of Naphta, so we can empty out the whole bottle. After that we can deconstruct the bottle emptier, place down a tile above the Naphta to create a liquid log and drop down Naphta on the other side. You can see me stopping here a couple of times so that I only drop around 30 kilograms. Deconstruct the emptier, place down another tile for the liquid log and deconstruct the middle segment again. Replace the refrigerator and the drop chute, set a conveyor loader back to its original values, and if one of the duplicants is so generous to build the conveyor chute, we can deliver some bleach stone to it. If this is super hot steel, I'm gonna get angry, Frankie, I swear. Gene is useful, finally. Where's the bleach stone? 800 no, not 800 kilograms. Okay, I have to sweep up the bleach stone after that, okay. I can turn this off now. Who is suffocating? Mima. Mima, just go get some air. It's not that hard. So let's see. Gas overlay? Yeah, chlorine. I knew it. Not very nice, but we have 33 grams in there. Come on, more chlorine. I want at least 500 grams in there. I guess we give it some time and we can look later if this works. Also, we have to rebuild the auto sweeper. Okay guys, now we can start with the project that I had in mind a couple of episodes ago. I want to transform our solar panel pyramid into a nice looking living quarter. Scalding again. Alright, I forgot about the super hot oxygen. It is not super hot. Who's scalding? Frankie. So it is hot. 253 degrees Celsius. Maybe I just need to let in more oxygen from down here. Ah, this is annoying. Why do we have to remove the background tiles for regular tiles? This is just outrageous. Another draglet. Man, our base is a zoo at the moment. Look at this. Draglet, Sweetles, hatches, everywhere. More draglets here, shine nymphs all over the base. Here, more Dreckos. I guess you get my point. Look at this one. What's wrong with you? Back at the pyramid, the floors almost have been finished. Now we can make room for the research station. Smart, Rowan. Very smart to do that first. How about you build your ladders first? There we go. Now that the room is prepared properly, we can smack down the research station. We got enough power now, we could build several of these. Maybe we can build them out of obsidian, so they will melt later. We could also place some shine nymphs on top, so we get a higher rate of firing, but I guess this is fine for now. Not very effective, to be honest. And now, to counter the negative decor that the transit tube access points give us, we can smack down a couple of these marble statues. And hopefully our masterful Mima will make something great out of it. Good, I checked here. So, we got this a little bit too cold. So the water frozen only left us with the ice underneath the steam turbines. Maybe I was a little bit optimistic with putting this to -4 degrees Celsius, which gives us around -18 degrees for the coolant. Let's change that up. The aqua tuners subtract 14 degrees, so we can set this to 15 degrees and I hope that it will melt the ice that accumulated under the turbines. Future me here. It did not. So how much power do we need? The answer is yes. Oh, we also clearly don't have enough water in there. Guys, if you have an idea what we are gonna do with the igneous rock at 115 degrees or 140 degrees, let me know in the comment section. So maybe we build something for the next episode. The glass is a little bit toasty here, so maybe we drop some liquid carbon dioxide on top of it. Nice, let's put our herd duplicants here. We got Stinky, Rowan, Frankie, and another dupe, but no space for that. Also, we could produce some allergy medication, but that needs dirt and blossom seed. We don't have that much blossom seed at the moment. Every package of sand gives us the opportunity to produce more glass. Okay, let's check the temperatures. Okay, the left rooms are still cold, but the right ones are not being cooled because there's ice underneath the steam turbines. I'm quickly going to exchange the water here, so we have no problem in the next episode. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I just opened up the walls, placed down a bottle emptier, thought about the liquid I want to use. Crude oil was out of the question because we only have 12 kilograms of that. So I placed down an order for the duplicants to drop down some water again. The freezing should not happen again because we set the automation for the liquid pipe thermal sensor to 15 degrees, so it should stop at 1 degree Celsius. So the water should never freeze, hopefully. Let's collect the materials and rebuild the walls again. While we are down here, we could send in a duplicant to analyze this volcano, but I'm not sure about this. It looks like it will erupt anytime soon. Yeah, rising pressure. Let's not do that. Okay guys, let's insulate this better so that the temperature evens out at -30 degrees instead of 18 degrees here and -30 degrees here. So, I'm going to place some igneous rock here, but before that, let's deconstruct the conveyor loader so we can make this safe without losing our chlorine. Nice work, Stinky. You've seen me build that thing often enough. That's why I set the time-lapse to a high speed. But what you did not see me build is the freaking second door. That's why at the moment this great hole down here does not count as a great hole. I just have to place down the door. Let's see when I will notice. As you may know from the Stone Hatchling Ranch episode, we automated our incubators with the critter sensor right here. But I never added the critter sensors to our new Drecko farms. So why not do that right now? We can just add them here at the corner and hook them up to the same cables. I'm going to use the leftover copper for now, but we can change that at any time. Doors right here, so we gotta skip them. Add the sensors. And hook it up via the bridges. Like this. Then we wait for the duplicants to finish this. Oh, this is already finished. And we copy over the numbers. No. We check for the numbers at the critter drop off. 5 critter. And we have set it to below the number of the stable. So below 5. What this does is, if there are less than 5 critters, allow the incubator to work. Okay, now we copy over the settings to all the other critter sensors. And we should be done. Let's check the signal. It sends a green signal because one of those is not filled yet. This one. 0 critters. This one has 1 and this one has 5. Okay, we have not enough glossy Dreckos, so we gotta fix that. But we already incubated 2 eggs at the same time, so it's I think this will be enough. Oh, you can see the plastic being dropped off here. Nice. You can see our great hole is filled with carbon dioxide. Let's fix that by deconstructing this tile and replace it with an airflow tile. Okay guys, let's see. I want another power shaft to the right, and it has to be 8 tiles from the most protruding neutronium here. So that would be to this point. I used the same layout that we did for the other power shaft, but just mirrored. Then I placed some digging orders for the duplicants, and after that we can place down the fire pole. Okay, let's unpause this and see how fast the duplicants will build this. Also, some more ladders right here. And the fire pole. It may be smart to leave a little bit of space for the duplicants to come in here. Like this. Since this will take a while, let's go to another project. Here at the solar panel pyramid, where I want the living quarters for the duplicants, I changed up the one ladder design a little bit, because I want one of the fire poles and one of the transit tubes going up and down. You can see me change up the design a couple of times. Let's take a moment here and look who's trapped. Oh, we got Ellie. Ellie, you can just dig up those tiles and then you are free. Back at the pyramid, we can finally place down the beds for the duplicants. How about another transit tube access point right next to our research station? And to give each duplicant their own room, we will need to separate them with walls. Sadly, this is kind of annoying since we need to deconstruct the background tiles again, as well as do some shenanigans so we can reach every spot, but then we can close off each single room. At the moment I'm using gold amalgam for the doors because of Decor, and granite for the rooms, but I want to replace that with glass later. For the final touches, I noticed that in the setup we have right now, the doors are unnecessary, as well as the transit tube wall segments. Why do we have unrefrigerated food? Let's see. That's not good. Okay. As you can see, I did not change the temperature for our cooling system, and since I insulated this, we kinda liquefied the chlorine that we put in. That means we have to set the cooling temperature to a different value. Let's do that right now. So, gas pipe thermosensor set to -30 degrees, because that's the point where chlorine liquefies. So for now, we have to heat that up a little bit. Also, why isn't that picked up and transferred? Because the priority is wrong. Let's set it like this. Okay, better. Still, we have to heat this up, so maybe let's drop in something that is pretty warm. Like the sandstone we got here and here. So let's set this one to sandstone. This should be a raw mineral. Sandstone right here. This is picking this up, sending it in. Dropping the sandstone here. We can deactivate this now. Not yet. Wasn't finished. Okay, the chlorine flashed again, and it has the same weird temperature constellation as before. We also have over 300,000 kilocalories of meat, so why do we not cook this? Probably because of our signal right here. Yep, that's it. We can set this... Whoa. Yeah, that's the sandstone right there. Let's pick up the sandstone. Sweep it up. Oh, come on, game. Sweep it up with a high priority and see if that does the trick. I guess we save the food storage for now. Let's see again. Chlorine at 15 degrees and chlorine at -25 degrees. Okay, everything should be fresh forever now until something else happens. The beds and access points have been built, so now we can focus on making them a little bit prettier. Let's go with the newly found arrow pods for those spots right here. The reason why I placed down the airflow tiles is so I can place down some body buds and the spores can spread better. If I place a body bud right here and maybe right here, then the spores should be able to spread all around through this pyramid. And for the rest, let's go with whatever we have. Let's check the temperature. The body bud should survive because the temperature is around 20 to 40 degrees Celsius. Myrtle leaf, that can survive that too. Plant that, copy the settings and place them all over the place. I'm going to transfer these dupes here to the top of the base in the pyramid so we can get some of these plants back as well as a little bit of material. No sleep for you guys. Look what's printed, we got nutrient bars, but we don't want them in this planetoid. So let's check out the other one and print it there. We got a couple of unassigned dupes, so let's place them right here. Ape, Ellie, Mima, Rowan, and we got place for 2 more. So we can have 2 more duplicants that sleep up in the pyramid. Let's go with those 2. This is Trevaldo and Harold. Trevaldo and Harold can sleep here now. Now they need a great hall and a bathroom. Let's see. Let's place down a couple of digging orders. So we have space for a bathroom down here, which is accessible with the transit tubes. The dupes are taking their sweet time to build this because mostly they are out of oxygen. But after they dug up the space that we eventually will need, we can place down floors as well as background tiles, so that the atmosphere that we will put in does not get sucked up into space. The hardest part for the Great Hall design here in the space biome would be the food drop-off, i.e. the equivalent of the food storage we got down in the base. We have to reroute some cables so we have place for the drop-off point for the food, as well as the vacuum chamber that will get filled with chlorine later on. With our current setup, the food always needs to be dropped down one lower than the floor that the duplicates are standing on. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to reach the food through the liquid log. The liquid that I want to use is of course Naphta again. I did not expect the duplicants to get trapped there, so let's just deconstruct this tile and Joshua can finally go to bed. Well, maybe not, maybe we need a ladder. Okay, now we can finish the outline for the food storage and finally activate the portal emptier. Let's quickly check where they get the Naphta from. Let's check the errands. Joshua is getting the Naphta and Joshua will... Where's Joshua? Harold. Yeah, nice Harold. There you go. He picked up 100 kilograms. So we need to stop him before he drops all of it. We only need around 30 kilograms to form a tile. 100 kilograms. 90, 80. That's enough. Now we can go with the usual. Deconstruct the bottle emptier, place down another insulation tile and deconstruct the placeholder tiles where the food storage will be in the future. Because we are in the space biome, we need to place down some drywall. Now, in order to make some room for the gas pipe cooling segments, we have to reroute our oxygen and carbon dioxide supplies. For now, I'm just going to drop the carbon dioxide in our power shaft with a gas vent. What do we have here? A hatchling. Maybe we just print him on the other planetoid. The pipes can now be reconnected, so we have oxygen for the atmosphere docks and carbon dioxide for the rocket. Then we can make more space for the gas pipe cooling segment. The food that we will be storing up here in the food storage needs to be cooled. Therefore I thought about adding to our already existing cooling loop, but I did not want to ship the gas all around the base. So that's why I'm placing a cooling solution right here near the space biome. First we need to place down a steam turbine that will remove the heat from the thermoregulator, which has the function to transfer the heat from the gas to itself. The thermoregulator then heats up water, which is used at 125 degrees by the steam turbine. That's why I'm preparing a space for the thermoregulator right here. I'm not sure about the orientation yet, maybe the other way around. Then we can place down a liquid thermal sensor and later hook it up via a automation cable to our regulator. But for now the duplicants need to finish the build first. Then we can keep on going with the pipe spaghetti. Let's see how we route this. We want the gas pipes to pass the sensor, go into the void, and if the temperature is at a value that we want, we can bypass the thermoregulator, and then we can bridge it on the exit pipe again. The water from the steam turbine can just be dropped anywhere in the room down here. For heat transfer reasons, I placed down 2 metal tiles underneath the thermoregulator, as well as a temp shift plate. Then, after we hooked up the system to the power grid, we just need to fill it with a couple of liquids. The steam turbine gets a thin layer of crude oil. I also added one more metal tile where the water from the steam turbine will drop. Then, the same as in all other liquid loops, I'm going to add a double bridge connected from white to white and green to green, so we have a little bit of a buffer. Now we just need to fill the steam room with a couple of liquids. Because I don't feel like vacuum out that thing, I'm going to drop a little bit of crude oil as a bottom layer, which will displace the gas through the airflow tile. That's the reason why I built it there, in case you were wondering. The material that dropped down from deconstructing the insulation tile can now be picked up. We build another tile next to the airflow tile, so we can change it out for an insulation tile without dropping any of the liquid. And then my PC didn't record the next part. Hey guys, so the game screwed me over a little bit. It did not record what it was supposed to record. I placed down a pump here, a bottle emptier, dropped some water in, fed in the water right here with a bridge, dropped in a little bit of water. There was an airflow tile, so the air got pressed out, except for this little bit. Then I placed a granite tile right here, deconstructed the airflow tile and replaced it with a ceramic tile. I also placed some orders here for the duplicants to bring the pipe in from our hydrogen production down here. Whoa, look at that, we found a pip. Amazing, now we have to do something with that. Ooh. Well, I forgot that pips eat arbitraries, so this one won't have anything to eat. And look at him, he's so cute. Sad. I think the duplicants need a little bit more fun. I want the arcade cabinet, so let's research that. Okay guys, I came up with the design for the Great Hall. We have a sweepy here that picks up all the food that the duplicants are dropping. It gets delivered to the conveyor loader via this auto sweeper. Here's gonna be a door and a tile, so the conveyor loader does not count towards the room, so no negative debuff. The sweeper does not count to the negative debuff. It is a normal building that can be placed inside the Great Hall. And here I want a recreational room with an arcade cabinet if I have researched it. Also, for the food delivery, I place a conveyor chute right here and a very long conveyor rail all the way to our old food storage. And the other half is sent off to the pyramid on the top of the base. We also have one of those red signals again, which is kind of annoying, so I'm going to deconstruct the fire pole and place down an atmos sensor with an automation. In order to close off a recreational room, we need to place the transit tubes in a different way. After a transit tube crossing, the transit tubes can't make a sharp turn, so we need to place this one to the left. Then we can place down the walls, so this counts as the room later on. All we have to do now is wait for the research and for the dupes to finish the build. Bird, what is your problem? Why are you standing there idle? Okay, I found out the problem. Because this tile was deconstructed, no more dupes can come in, and we have to create another exit. Maybe just deconstruct those two tiles. Okay. The duplicants finally decided to be productive and build the Great Hall. Everything seems to come together and you can see the full extent of my stupidity here. That was not smart. Why? Fuck. Oh wow guys, this gotta be the dumbest one so far. How could I forget that the sweeper sweeps up liquids? Okay. So we have to rearrange it. I probably need a door right here. Can a sweepy go through doors? Hopefully not. Maybe let's try that out first. Open this and let's see what our sweepy does. Can you go through the open door? Hopefully not. You can. So this gotta be a closed door. Not these. These can be open. Okay, let's tackle this. Deconstruct the sweepy and now we need a new liquid lock. Where's my Naphta? Sweepy, did you delete my Naphta? Not cool. Okay, place some Naphta again. Quick. So many idle dupes. Let's see what I can do about that. A little bit of rust for the base. Okay, I think I fixed the situation for now. Let's see. I placed the sweepy dock one to the right. Place one of those doors right here. Replaced our Naphta lock. We have a vacuum right here. Let's check that. Yeah. Then we are going to place some chlorine in here. This can reach the sweepy as well as the conveyor loader. The conveyor loader transports the used food to our storage, and 50% of our done food, so of our barbecue and co, will end up here. I also had to place the water cooler up here, so we have space for exactly 10 duplicants. Now we can hook our food system up to the food system on top. We pretty much ran out of water here, so I have to find a new source for the water. And I did, at the bottom of our second power shaft. I just placed a pitcher pump right here. It is pretty far for the duplicants to transport any water, but at least it is at 52 degrees and not super hot. And now I want to fix my magma setup. As you've noticed, there was a vacuum in the side parts of our steam chambers because I did not put in enough steam. Mathematically, it should be enough because it is 15 tiles, I guess. 16 tiles divided by 200, so there should be enough steam per tile for the steam turbines, but the pressure is not high enough to put all the steam way over to the left. So I'm going to rip out the insulation tiles. It is a vacuum in here, so nothing should happen. And then I'm going to connect up the insulation pipes to some new fresh water. I'll be back when I've done that. This could be a problem though. By the way, this is the temperature overlay. Nice colors. I built a couple of pipes and the duplicant is dropping water to the pump right now. And the water is being transported to the top left steam room. The research has been finished, so we can research for something else. Like finishing the valve miniaturization. While we were at it, I unnecessarily, might I add, added another 200 kilograms of water to the steam room on the right. Sadly guys, at the moment we have no option to fill water in here, because if I place a bridge here, and I deconstruct those tiles, the water will drop down. I could mop up the water, that's not a problem, but since this is polluted water, it will off gas. So we will have some polluted oxygen everywhere here. And that's gonna ruin my vacuum and a lot of other things. So I think I need to live with the tiny amount of steam that is in there. That is not very optimal, but since I already made a mistake, I gotta live with it. At least we could refill this here. And now I got water in here. I'm gonna drop it here, mop it up and place it somewhere else. I also forgot to quickly hook this up to the gas pipe system so that we can cool our food in our pyramid. It is getting a little bit stale up there. Everything that is too much, I will send back into our storage. Okay, if I deconstruct it now, the duplicants will take their time and it should be enough, I hope. We'll see. Oh, we got the slowest deconstructor ever, so it should definitely be enough. For now this shouldn't activate, so let's set this to if below 6 degrees. Okay, the loop is filled, and now we can deconstruct that with a high priority. And then set this to the right amount. Now that we have this working, we can drop in a little bit of bleach zone. Bleach zone is the consumable ores. While the duplicant's delivering the bleach zone, we can set the mess tables to the correct duplicants. But I think I want to switch out the duplicants depending on their schedules, so that the right duplicants in the same schedule sleep in here, and not all the duplicants all over the place. Let's see, we have Ape, Bird, Harold and Mima in the same schedule. So we can set 4, 4 and 2 dupes. Okay, let's go with Ape, Bird, Harold and Mima. And for the second schedule, let's use Travaldo, Mary, Joshua and Turner. Travaldo, Mary, Joshua is already right, and Turner. Then we have 2 more duplicants. Let's see if we have a 2. No, we can use Rowan because he's our pilot. And 1 more duplicant, maybe a delivery duplicant, like Ellie. And the same thing for here. Okay, let's set them to the right duplicants. We have a Bird, Harold, Mima, Travaldo, Joshua, Mary, Joshua, Turner, Rowan, and Ellie. Food is coming in. Hopefully it is colder now. Still unrefrigerated, but cooling down at the moment. Where's my bleach zone, guys? Oh. Yeah, smart. Okay, we finally got some bleach zone. Way too much of it. Store that somewhere else. This should be enough. Yeah, way too much. Okay, they removed the bleach zone and now we got a little bit of chlorine in there. And we can set this to edibles again. This allow the manual use and do allow the cooking ingredients. Cooling down. Very slowly. Finally more seeds. Here you can see Travaldo's food being served to all the duplicants. The ones that live in the cavern down here and the literally higher ups on top of the base. To keep the duplicants busy, I built our power shaft with all the stuff that we need, like the plastic tubes and the platforms, all the way down to here. Then I will close this off, either vacuum it out or connect it up to the space biome so that the gases slowly evaporate. But that will take a while, so I'm guessing that I may vacuum that out. We got the first 2 users of our new mess hall, nice. If it would be a mess hall. Why isn't it a mess hall? Because there are decor items missing. We gotta fix that. That'll do. Swippy, go back to work. So it seems that the Swippy idea is not the fastest to store the dropped food of the duplicants. At least he's happy. Look at it. Let's put a little bit of gold on our Sweepy. Why, you ask? just for the giggles. I think I need to close the doors, because Sweepy's main job should be picking up the food that the duplicants drop because they have no freaking manners. And at the moment the Sweepy is taking way too long to get around. It took a while until one of the duplicants bothered closing the door. By the way, we are at refrigerated temperature now and deep frozen for some of the food, but not all. The cooked fish is only at -10 degrees at the moment. For now I'm going to deconstruct the lockers so we can place down a proper metal refinery setup. Therefore we will have to go to the other planetoid and get some crude oil. Important disclaimer. Hey guys, I had a lot more planned for the day, but my PC literally won't let me record anything anymore. My solid state drives are at maximum capacity at the moment. So I'm gonna cut it right here. Thank you so much for watching. Today we finished this beautiful pyramid living quarter. And for the next episode I may tackle the other planetoid. That's it for today. Love you guys and Luma out.